Lee Kiefer, for anyone who knows you well, they know also of your competitiveness. And that's ultimately what's allowed you great success athletically, but also you're a pre-med major, incredibly strong academics. I have to believe the competitive juices are also flowing in there. Where does that competitiveness come from, and are you even aware of it?
Well, it definitely started at a young age when I was 8 through maybe 13. I don't know. I was pretty old. I hated losing. I hated losing so much. I was the worst. I would cry and yell at my parents and my coach. I was a terrible person. And then in a way it was good. Obviously, I don't want my own children behaving like that. But yes, I just hated losing. Like, I felt the feeling so strongly, so personally. Like, I always felt like I could do more, and I shouldn't have lost. But I think after that dark period, just kidding, it wasn't dark, I was still fine. I was able to control those emotions and channel them better, and I still feel very competitive, but now I feel like there's always something I can do to win. Like, I never feel like, oh, I can't beat this person, or like there's just like a wall in front of me. Like, I'm very confident in my fencing, and I think that helps with my drive to win.
And how does that competitiveness and that drive to win come through on the strip? When you step onto the strip, how do you change as a person, as a fencer, as a competitor, if at all?
Um,
I mean, are you looking for blood? Are you out there and it's just attack? You're known for your attacks and constantly pushing kind of the pace of the bout. Is it that you're out there constantly trying to put up points onto the board?
yeah. So, okay, it changes from day to day. So sometimes I fence really well when I'm angry. Sometimes I fence really well when I'm relaxed. But I think always I just go for points. Like, I just try to score. Like, I obviously, like, I'm aware of like what the other person is going to do, but like I just think about what I'm doing and like how I'm gonna score. Like, I just don't feel like there's a point most of the time in just like waiting. I think you can make things happen and like set up. I don't know. I guess I set up other people's points too for them. You're welcome. But that's how I like it.
So your approach or your philosophy is really about creating situation and opening opportunities for yourself, regardless of your opponent's maybe position or approach, style, whatever it might be. Is you're getting in there trying to get you your angles to your actions through whatever means possible.
Yeah. I mean, this obviously there's certain scenarios like if there's a specific person like I'm just not good at attacking against, like I will tweak my strategy, but like in general when I'm fencing people, I'm like I just need to move well and then feel the timing and the distance, and then I think I can score a lot of points.
You've definitely scored a lot of points throughout your career. You are certainly one of, if not the most successful women's foil athlete for Team USA, returning to your second Olympics, 7 consecutive Pan Am championships, a host of other accolades, World Cups, Grand Prix, NACs, NCAAs, you name it. How does that competitiveness come through, or how has it influenced your success as a fencer? Or to
Um,
what do you attribute your success?
what do I attribute my success? This is a tough one. I mean, when I'm fencing, collegiate fencing, obviously, I do it for my team. Like, I really want to get them those victories. I think it's important for the school and that whole aspect. Uh, I don't know. When a lot of times I'm fencing for myself, though. Like, fencing's really fun, and I just enjoy it, and as I said before, I just go and try to score as many points as fast as possible, sometimes, which isn't good.
Do you think for you the joy of fencing, personally, that the joy that you get from fencing is ultimately what's allowed you to continue on such a consistent path and consistently succeed, because inherently it's something that you're having fun with.
Yeah, I think that is definitely true for like the past 6 years of my fencing career, because that's definitely what's driven me to. It's just become more interesting trying new actions and seeing all these elite fencers, like watching the men and women and their different styles. It's pretty inspirational, it's fun.
Talking about kind of the past 6 years and your developments, how are you a better fencer now than you were going into 2012 London Olympics?
I am less wild. I think I've made my actions and footwork sharper, more efficient.
In your movements or just overall?
Yeah, in my movements, and I think I'm more thoughtful when I fence. I think paying attention to what the other fencers are doing more, like whereas before, like ready fence, I would just launch an attack. Maybe to some people it would seem like I just do that, but I think I have a better sense of what's going on in the bout.
How's that increased efficiency and maybe improved patience? How does that help with your preparations and your mindset now going into Rio?
I still have a lot of things I want to work on. I think I need to do a lot more video. Now I have a sense of who I could fence for the games, so the preparation's going to get more specific.
Have you seen your draw? Are the brackets released?
Well, I created the tableau myself, so I'm pretty sure it's correct, but I haven't seen someone more professional create one.
So Lee, with these being your second games, what goals might you have set for yourself or expectations going into it with purely a focus now on the individual component because there's no women's foil team?
So for me, it always feels good to fence well. And, most of the times when you fence well, it comes with the results. But in my defense, I have fenced well and lost before, and I have been fine after. So it honestly is a true statement. But I think if I fence to my best ability, I think I can make the medal rounds. I've had a lot of success this season, and I'm confident if I just get in a good mindset, relax a little bit.
With you being currently the number 3 ranked fencer in the world and coming away with Grand Prix and World Cup wins, putting yourself at the top of that elite world competition, who do you see as your biggest challenger to keeping you from either those medal rounds or ultimately gold?
Well, so I feel like this is one of my issues. Because I just started getting medals, I never think about winning a World Cup. If I get a medal, I'm so happy. And then I run into Ergo or someone and I keep losing to them because I'm not preparing for them. Because in a way, if I'm thinking ahead, I'm gonna lose sight of what's right in front of me. So, I don't know, there's less people to fence the Olympics, so it's easier to prepare in that sense. I don't remember what the question was.
All right, well, it sounds like just generally approaching it as you have with everything else in a process-orientated way and not thinking about surnames, last names,
right.
Who the opponent is instead on the bout.
Exactly.
All right, well, there you have it. Lee, we'll be cheering you on. Congrats and best wishes.
Thanks.